We continue now at the top of Daf Pevav Amud Beis in Meseches Shabbos. This is Shabbos Daf 86b. The Gemara now asks the following question: V'tevulei Yom Ninu. Wasn't Klal Yisrael at the time of Matan Torah? Shouldn't it be a problem that they were Tevulei Yom? Rashi here explains V'tevulei Yom Ninu. Kevan de lakulu shaminan de v'leilei Shabbos tavlu. Since everybody agrees, no matter which opinion we're in, everybody agrees that on Friday night anyone who is tummy went to the mikveh. Haviluhu Tevulei Yom kishekiblu Torah. They would have the status of a Tvul Yom when they receive the Torah. Shelo hayo lahem hariv shemesh achar atzvila. Because if they were tovel at night, in order to leave the status of a Tvul Yom, you got to wait for sunset. You got to wait for the sun to set following the tefillah. V'kevan dahachi v'ikol memar demi ba'od yom tavlu sham ve'afilu hachi pleitasan tahora uvatzri lahu chada ona liba dekulu. Now, if that's the case, we should say that we should put them in a position, or we should actually say that they were tovel before Shabbos, and apparently anything that they had at that time would have been tahor, and therefore we should subtract at least one ona from everybody. Why are we saying that they're allowed to do the tefillah Friday night? That should be too late. We don't want people who are being mekabel the Torah to be Tvul Yom. Now, as we've said before, a Tvul Yom is not completely tameh. For example, a Tvul Yom has no problem with chulin or anything like that, but a Tvul Yom can't have truma, for example, something like that. So why is Matan Torah being given to Tvul Yom? So the Gemara says, Abaya bar Ravin v'Rav Chanina bar Ravin dami tarvayu. Abaya, the son of Ravin, and Chanina bar Ravin both said, Nitzna Torah l'Tvul Yom. The Torah was given to Tvul Yom. It wasn't a problem. Even if they went to the mikveh Friday night, it's exactly the calculations we had before. Friday night is when they are completely tar, since they separated 3 days ago. Anyone who was polet shech vazer at this time is not going to be tameh, and therefore they're taking care of all their tameh. And yeah, they are Tvul Yom. So Yosef Meremar v'kamar lo lahashmaita. Meremar was sitting and he was saying over this sugya, Amar le Ravina le Meremar, and Ravina said to Meremar, Nitzna ka'amr, do you mean the Torah was actually given to Tvul Yom, or Ru'uyo ka'amr, or do you mean to say that it was fit to be given to Tvul Yom, but in reality, nobody actually was a Tvul Yom? Amar le said to him, Ru'uyo ka'amr, I simply mean that it could have been given, the Torah could have been given to Tvul Yom, but that's not actually what happened. Rashi says, Ru'uyo ka'amr, Ru'uyo li nasin le Tvul Yom, v'kasavri hani tanoi lo hikpida Torah al Tvul Yom. These Tanaim hold the Torah didn't care if the sun was a Tvul Yom, the lochsiv hariv shemesh elin kachim, because the din of waiting for sunset only applies, or waiting for nightfall, whatever it is, only applies to kachim. Hilkach kol gimel yamim ha'amrim linyan prisha huz kukulios kodem tvilo umiu lo nitzin umiu. Nevertheless, lo nitzin le Tvul Yom. The Torah wasn't actually given to Tvul Yom lefisha tavlu mi ba'od yom, because in reality everybody did do tvila before Shabbos. V'lo poltu, and there was no one who was polet shech vazera. V'im hayu poltos yachzeru v'yitvulu mish techshach. Of course, had there been anyone who was polet shech vazer at that time, they would have been tovel, but it never happened. Nobody had to do that. So now the Gemara asks, "V'litvelu beinei shimshi, v'lekablu Torah beinei shimshi." Rashi explains, "V'litvelu bei shimshi, v'lekablu Torah bei shimshi." Leilei Shabbos kari bei shimsha. First of all, the night of Shabbos, Friday night, is called Beis Shimsha b'chol duchta, all over the place. Mivnei shebein hashmosha shelo cholich mikol yomim, because bein hashmoshas of Shabbos is different from all other days. V'otzrach la'azkira b'kam mekomos. We often mention bein hashmoshas of Shabbos. V'achi parich, and the Gemara is asking as follows: Rabbi Akiva da'amar hikpida Torah al minyan ha'onos v'lo hikpida ela al chomish. According to Rabbi Akiva, who says that it's only 5 time periods, 5 12-hour time periods, which a person is tamei, and which a polet shech vazer is tamei, and no longer. Lama lo kiblu b'layla. So in that case, they should have had the Torah come right at night. Midehimten ad haboker, from the fact that we're waiting until morning. Ikol ameimar shikpida al pleitas halayla v'ikavav onos. Apparently, we're worried even about a polet shech vazer that night, and maybe it's 6 onos. Otherwise, we should have just gotten the Torah right then at night. Why don't we do that? So the Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak says, Lo merosh baseiser dibarti. Because you're right, it could have been given at night, but we didn't want it to be given in the darkness. The Torah shouldn't be given in darkness. It wasn't given in a hidden fashion. We want it to be given in broad daylight. So the Gemara says, V'litbelu b'tzafra de Shabbos v'lekablu Torah. So why not go to the mikveh in the morning, Shabbos morning, and receive the Torah? Vilik belu Torah b'tzafra of the Shabbos, and again receive the Torah on Shabbos morning. What do you have to go the night before? Rashi says, Litvelu b'Shabbos b'tzafra v'lo mehutzrach le'ered b'hashkama the yom Iparshu im chashecha v'dalet v'yitvelu b'Shabbos shacharis v'impaltu la'achar tvila tahorin da'avru he'onos shleimos v'impaltu le'le Shabbos v'nitvu lo ichbis lon v'tovlin shacharis. Give them another day. They should be able. We should say that you can have another 12-hour period in order to have relations, and then if then the person could, of course, go to the mikvah Friday night. But if need be, if the woman is poleta shechva zera Friday night, they can always be tovel shacharis. Da bal keri tovel biyom. We know bal keri can be tovel that day. V'at amr in the Torah l'tvula yom. You said that the Torah could be given to someone who was tovel that day. So why did we back it all the way up to Friday night? Let the person go all the way up to Shabbos morning. They can go to the mikvah. So the Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak says, Shalo yehei halalu holchen lekabel Torah v'halalu holchen letefila. It wasn't nice. It wouldn't be nice that some people would wake up in the morning to be mekabel the Torah, and other people would have to go to the mikvah in Shabbos morning. That's not a nice thing. So we tried to make it that everybody would be tahor from any polet to shechva zera Friday night, and they all went to the mikvah on Friday night. Amar Rabbi Chia b'Rabbi Abba, Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Chia b'Rabbi Abba says, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Zu divrei Rabbi Yishmael v'Rabbi Akiva. This is the opinion of Rabbi Yishmael and Rabbi Akiva. Avol chachamim omrim sheish onos shleimos b'inam. But the chacham actually hold you need 6 complete time periods. Rashi says, Avol chachamim omrim vav onos shleimos savri l'hu Rabbi Yossi. First of all, they hold like Rabbi Yossi, the Amar barba of it preached that the separation was on Wednesday. Uva hashkama Rabbi Akiva. And they also hold that it was, when did they separate? They separated Wednesday morning like Rabbi Akiva. V'les lahu shetavlu b'leilei Shabbos. However, they don't know that the tefillah took place Friday night. Ela svira lahu ta'osen shetavlu leilei Shabbos upaltu la'achar tefillah. If there was anybody who was tovel on Friday night and then there was a poleta shechva zera after that time, hutzruchu litvo b'Shabbos shachris. They actually would need to have been tovel Shabbos in the morning. Ulefikach nisakva shchina militein ad haboker, and that's why the Shechina didn't give the Torah until morning. Not simply because of lo b'seiser dibarti. So the Gemara says, no, you really needed 6 onos, and you really needed to wait until the morning. Sheish onos shleimos b'inan. According to the Chachamim, you needed 6 full onos, and that's exactly why the Torah was given on Shabbos morning. Amar Rav Chisda says, Machlokes Shapir Shemina Isha. The whole Machlokes here about Poletas Shechva Zera is specifically Shechva Zera that's Poletas from the woman. Avol Pirsha Min Ha'ish, but any Shechva Zera which separates from the man, Temeya calls Man Shilacha. That Shechva Zera, as long as any time that it's moist, is considered a problem of Tumah. Rashi says, Shapir Shemina Isha Kagon Poletas Shechva Zera Shekibla Mizachar Hu Damar Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah to betray Yomi Masrachas from Neshem Eschamemes Begufa. For example, Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah says, within 2 days already it's spoiled when it comes out of her body because it warms up, it heats up in her body. Avol Pirsha Min Ha'ish Al Habeged. Let's say a man releases Shechva Zera onto a piece of clothing, Metama La'olam. It's always going to be tummy. There's no 3 days. Calls Man Shilacho Miu Mishayav Shalom Tamya Desulo Chazi Lazri. If it dries out, okay, so then it's not tummy anymore. But as long as it's moist, then it is going to be tummy. There's no halacha of 3 days when it comes to what came out from what's on a piece of clothing. So the Gemara says again, Avol Pirsha Min Ha'ish Tamei. It separates from the man, goes onto a piece of clothing. It's tamei. Calls Man Shilach as long as it's wet. Mesav Rav Sheshes. So Rav Sheshes asked the question from the following brisa: V'chol beged v'chol or asher yelav shechva zera. It says any beged, any article of clothing or leather that has shechva zera is going to be tamei. Prat l'shechva zera shi serucha. And the brisa says this excludes any shechva zera which is spoiled. Not that it's dry, even spoiled. My lav shapir sheminaish. Apparently, isn't this talking about where it separates from the man? And apparently there is a halacha of going bad. It doesn't have to do with drying out. So the Gemara says, lo shapir sheminaish, meaning only a poleta shechva zera can have this halacha of srucha. By Rav Papa, so Rav Papa asked the following question: Shechvas zera shel Yisrael b'mei kusis. What if you have the shechva zera of a Jew, but it's in the womb of a non-Jew? What's the halacha in such a case? Yisrael did the igi b'mitzvahs chavel gufayu. Maybe only Yisraelim, only Jewish women who are worried about mitzvahs, so their body heats up because of the worry, and that causes the din of srucha, that causes it to spoil. Akum delo diigi b'mitzvahs lo. But when it comes to people who serve avodah zarah, non-Jews, it wouldn't be such a problem because, or rather, it wouldn't cause it to spoil because they don't have this worry of mitzvahs. Odil makevan da'achlan shkatzim uramasim chavel gufayu. Or maybe no, on the contrary, since they eat these non-kosher, disgusting bugs, whatever it is, therefore their body does heat it up, and it does cause the halach of srucha. And if you're going to say that since they eat shkatzim and ramasim, therefore their body does heat up and it causes the shechva zera to spoil. What if you would have the shechva zera in the womb of an animal? Isha the Isla Prusdor Misrachas, a woman who has, there's a whole Prusdor, a whole, so to speak, hallway where the Shechva Zera goes, that causes it to spoil. Avl Behema, the Lesla Prusdor Lo, but a Behema doesn't have such a thing, therefore maybe it doesn't spoil. Odilma Loshna, or maybe it makes no difference. Odilma Loshna, maybe it makes no difference. Take what the Gemara ends off and says we don't know the answer to this question. Rashi says here, the Isla Prusdor, what's this Prusdor? Basar Kosle Beis Harechem Boleit Min Hashinayim Velachutz, or Beis Harechem Havim Min Hashinayim Velifnim, so describing the anatomy of the woman. They have this flesh by the Kosle Beis Harechem, that's considered like a Prusdor, and that causes, Rashi says here, Isha Isla Prusdor Lafika Chlosholit Ba'avir Begufa Umischamemes. This entryway in the woman's body prevents the air from coming in, and it gets warm, and maybe that only applies by humans, and it would not apply by animals. The Gemara leaves that as a question. Gemara now continues at the 2 dots with the Brisa, which discusses exactly what date the Torah was given. Tana Rabbanan, we learned in a Brisa. B'shishi b'chodesh nitnu aseres hadibros liYisrael. According to the Tanakama, the aseres hadibros were given on the 6th of the month of Sivan. Rabbi Yossi says b'shiva bo, it happened on the 7th. Amar Rava says, the Kuli Alma B'Rosh Chodesh Asul Midbar Sinai. First of all, everybody agrees that Klal Yisrael arrived to Midbar Sinai on Rosh Chodesh Sivan. How do we know that? Ksiv Hoch, it says over here, Bayom Hazeh Bo Midbar Sinai. It says on this day they arrived in Midbar Sinai. Uchsiv Hasam HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem Rosh Chodeshim, and it says the same language of Hazeh by HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem. So therefore, we can infer from that it was Rosh Chodesh that they arrived at Midbar Sinai. Ma'alahalan Rosh Chodesh Afkan Rosh Chodesh. Just like HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem was talking about Rosh Chodesh, in that case Rosh Chodesh Nisan, so too over here we're talking about Rosh Chodesh Sivan. Udukuli Alma B'Shabbos Nitna Torah Yisrael. Everybody also agrees that the Torah was given on Shabbos. Ksivacha Zochor Es Yom HaShabbos Lekadsho. It says over here that we remember Shabbos. Uchsiv Hasam Vayomer Moshe El Ha'am Zochor Es Hayom Hazeh. Moshe tells them, remember this day that you left Mitzrayim. So Ma'alahalan B'Tzuma Shel Yom, just like there it was happening on that very day, Moshe was saying, today you left Mitzrayim. Afkan B'Tzuma Shel Yom. So too when the pasuk says Zochor Es Yom HaShabbos, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu said in Har Sinai, remember Shabbos, that's today. Today is Shabbos. So everybody agrees the Torah was given on Shabbos. Ki Pligi B'Kviya Diyarcha. The entire discussion over here is when Rosh Chodesh was. Rabbi Yossi Savar Bechad B'Shaba Ikva Yarcha. Rabbi Yossi holds that Rosh Chodesh was on Sunday. Uvechad B'Shaba Lo Amar Lahu V'Lo Midi. Now doing the timeline on Sunday, that when they arrived in Midbar Sinai, Moshe didn't tell them anything Mishum Chulsha de Orcha, because they were very tired from the trip. Betray B'Shaba Amar Lahu. Then on Monday he said to them, Be'atem to you li mamleches kohanim. He told them the parsha of you're going to be to me a mamleches kohanim, and the Gemara will continue with this timeline on Daf Pei Zayin Amud Aleph, and we'll see that in the next video.